What's up, everyone? Welcome back. I'm Blake McLain and I'm a music producer. So today is last day I have to do videos here, going back to Nashville, so there's going to be a ton of content coming. A couple little things before we get started. I'm doing Blackpink today. Absolutely stoked on it, just diving into K-pop a little bit more. It's pretty early here, so I'm kind of still getting going as well. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so BTS, the album review that I did, it got taken down, but it's up on, it was tier, and it's up on my Patreon now. You can go check it out there. And we're going to try doing like some K-pop singles for now, and then I might ease back into an album. But we'll make it happen, so yeah, I think that's pretty much that. So before we get started, please, as always, give me a like, give me a subscribe if you enjoy the channel. I'm going to put my social media at the top. Please give me a follow on Instagram or Twitter or whatever you use, and send me messages. Let me know what you want to hear, what you want to see. And doing my best to make it happen. I've got a long list. Once I get back to Nashville, I'll be able to really jump on some of this stuff. So, like I said, a ton of content. Two more small things. One, I have a new song out called Dirty Laundry. Please go check it out. I'm going to put it up here somewhere. I know there's like a lot of little things I'm asking you guys, but it means a ton. And I also just started a new series yesterday called The Producer. It's like a competition for all of the demos that have been sent in to me. I'm going to end up producing someone for free. So I'm going to put a link to that down in the description too, or you can just go to my page and see it there. It'll be the first video, like on the landing page. Go check it out and support it. It's meant to kind of like help, artists get going that might not have a platform otherwise. So yeah, you guys can tell I'm just waking up, but let's go. Let's jump in. I'm ready. This is a good way to start the day. All right, so Blackpink, I'm going to do How You Like That. I'm actually going to do the music video, which I never do those, so let's go.
Blackpink in your area.
Something I've noticed. It wouldn't go. Let me pause. Something I've noticed about K-pop, which this is so cool. They've brought back these intros to their songs that like they almost feel like they have absolutely nothing to do with the song, and then this like whole pop flair starts and this whole pop feel, and I really dig it. I think it's such a cool thing to sort of bring back into music. But like they're always extremely orchestral. Like there you have the staccato strings, you have the brass like under them and stuff like that, and it really kind of just like builds that tension, and then you have a little bit of release when everything comes in. Color scheme. Cool. So there was like a little pitch down vocal underneath that as well. I always say it's almost like the secondary part of your brain, that kind of comes in. And for them, it's almost like the How You Like That. It's almost like the dark part of your brain. You know what I mean? Okay, so check this out. The reason that works so well is because you have like a rhythmic section where everything is spread out a little bit, and then you bring in look at me da 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 bum da 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 da, and there's a little call and responses as well. But it kind of it creates a nice contrast between those two little parts, so they feel like they hit harder. Look at you now, look at me, how you like that now. Look at you now, look at me. Look at you now, look at me. Look at you now, look at me, how you like that. Your girl need a doll and yes, honey. 중에 백내 몫을 원해 come on get some 난 같지만 어쩔 순 없잖아 what's up I'm right back 방금 sweater cut back plain drink it hijack don't like me then tell me how you like that 더 캄캄한 이곳에 shine. And see, there you go again. So you have the rap, and then you have like a nice elongated melody a little bit. Well, actually it's a little bit of a rhythmic melody, but because it's an actual melody, you've built up all that tension with the rap where there's no actual like notes being hit. It's just rhythmic speaking, then you have a melody that comes in, so it feels really good to have it. That's why a lot of those songs where it's like rapping on verses and then singing on the chorus work so well together. Also, this is sick. Like, okay, slight anime nerd, and this like has that vibe to it in a lot of ways, but it's mostly the colors that do it, and I've noticed that with some of these K-pop videos. It's like each person or each scene has like its own sort of specific color, and it's they're they're related to like specific emotions as well, or like specific personality traits, that kind of a thing. And it's just, I've always loved that. I wanted my old band to do that and they wouldn't do it. I don't know why.
Like the stars, 그 미소를 띠며 I kiss you goodbye. 시간이 웃어라 꼴조니까 이제 너희 하나 둘 셋. How you like that? You gon' like that? Da 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 da. You like that?
And see those are little call and responses too, and like with the responses generally, so you have the call, which is like what you know, somebody will say something and then you kind of want like the crowd to say something, or maybe somebody else, that way it's always pulling your ear and keeping you entertained. But like here you have like the call, and generally with the response you want it to sound different. You want it to sound like somebody else is saying something, or like generally somebody else. So like you'll either use harmonies, or like here they have a like almost like a telephone kind of vocal on her, or like a filter on her vocal, which you get by taking like an EQ, cutting out some highs, cutting out some of the lows, and pushing the mids a little bit on it.
You like that? Look at you now, look at me. Look at you now, look at me. Look at you now, look at me. How you like that? Now, look at you now, look at me. Look at you now, look at me. Look at you now, look at me. How you like that?
It's also going like, I know I've paused a lot, but it's really cool, and it's a really like it's a great song to kind of help explain some things and like teach things. I'm trying to talk this morning. But there, you know, normally you have like a same line, and then like a tail line kind of a thing with verses or with a chorus. With a chorus, generally it's same line, and then a tail. Here, that's exactly what's happening, but they're using the response. So the look at you now, look at me. Look at you now, look at me. Look at you now, look at me. Those are 3 lines, and then you have the how you like that, and that's the response. But it's also the tail. So another cool thing that they're doing is they're using like the dums, and they did it on the choruses prior, but those are great things to use because they kind of want to break into like an international market as well. So like you use words like nah, dum, you know, pretty much anything that's not an actual like, I don't know, like word or phrase like in a specific language. It's just like a universal kind of sound. You use those because everybody can just grab onto them quickly. That's why the Beatles' Hey Jude works so well, Blink-182, you know, all the small things. Na 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 na. Like that. Well, that was the harmony, but you get me. That's sick. And there are all sorts of like little, let's see if that's the end. Yeah, I think that's the end. Yeah, there are all sorts of like little like naturalistic sounds like underneath that maybe like you get by almost sounded like maybe shoving like a file, shutting like a file cabinet or something like that to make the beat, which is really cool. Angels and Airwaves did that with like a ton of their stuff on their very first album that they put out. I used to watch that behind the scenes all the time when I was younger. But yeah, anyways, that's sick. I'm like heavily into this. They're pretty badass, not gonna lie. Yeah, so if you guys want more Blackpink, I'm down. Definitely gonna do some more like BTS, some more EXO, or I haven't done EXO yet, but I'm gonna do some EXO. Just more stuff. So yeah, let me know what you want, and thanks for hanging around. Catch y'all later.